Good luck. You always have a new dance going on.
I'm trying not to make noise. I'm always making noise.
You are. You always are. And I'm always laughing. Oh my God.
Dun. Oh, there I was. I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be good.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Pause Show.
We're here again.
Yes. We're excited to be here today. We are going to continue what we started last week, which was the childhood series. So hopefully today you guys get something new and we take you back down the memory lane, just like we did last week.
Which we have.
Yes.
Everyone had fun watching. I was watching the show with family who were laughing hysterically and also remembering their types of candy, their favorite games.
Yeah.
Who did you watch it with?
I watched it with my family too. Yes, we actually had my uncle from Ecuador visiting, so he was watching every episode. 2 Sundays he watched it with us.
Yeah.
But he was already watching it already from Ecuador because he was telling me.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. They were making fun of me the whole time.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're making fun of us. I think that I'd rather sit and watch it by myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that next time because I'm like, no.
But I'm glad you guys are watching. I am happy to see that you guys are commenting. I saw a lot of people writing their favorite
their
candies.
Yeah.
And
they mostly relate to you.
Yeah, to me. You know
okay.
what? Yeah, we need to do an episode with your candy and your games.
I mean, the candy was kind of similar. I think the games was the ones that were a little different. I'm just like I said in the episode, I'm very picky with my candy, so I think I just didn't like a lot of the candies that you chose.
She is.
Yeah,
as you can tell in the video,
yeah.
She didn't like a lot of that.
No, I don't really eat candy like that, but it was great to see how people were commenting their favorite candy. So thank you guys for that support, and we hope that continuing on with all of these episodes, you guys continue to be commenting and just being a part of this too. We want to hear from them. We want to hear from you guys, not just what we have to say.
That's why we're trying to go on live at the same time that the video is premiering. Like, we're going to be there,
right?
So we can interact with one another and just don't leave us there by ourselves.
Right, that's a little boring. We want to interact with you guys.
Like, we already do this together, and then we're online doing it together. Like, other people,
we need more people.
Please come on Sundays at 6. If you have not yet subscribed, please do it right now. This is your moment. You hear the bell?
Do it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just about watching.
Yes.
Or commenting or liking, but also subscribing. So thank you, guys. But like I said, we're gonna continue the childhood series, and for this week, we're gonna go down the school memory lane where we're gonna talk about our first of a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Our first boyfriend, our first crush, our first school tradition, our first big achievement, just a lot of our firsts when it comes down to school. So that's gonna be exciting.
And when we're speaking about it, just write down in the bottom the first thought that comes to your head. When we were reading the comments on YouTube, which I love, I have to mention this, received a text message with someone who wrote something really, really beautiful, because the person said that when we were talking about dancing in the rain, that she was triggered with a memory as well that she had forgotten. So it
Oh,
unlocked in that moment, and she became very emotional and started crying. But it was such a beautiful, she said it was such a beautiful moment for me. And this is what we want this show to be, that,
exactly.
we take you down this path of memory, especially this one of childhood.
Right, the childhood
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
but not just within these episodes, but just every episode that we create, we want it to be something special for everyone.
Yes.
But that even if it hits just one person, where in this case it was able to touch her or him, and they were able to remember something that they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
forgotten, that
This is worth it.
satisfies my
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, yeah. It's worth it. It's
Oh,
worth it.
it's so great. It's so great to hear that. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna talk about our childhood first. So, all right, which one should we begin with?
I think we should start with first day school traditions.
Okay.
Okay, do you want me to start?
Yeah, start.
Okay, all right. So, our first day, but the earliest one that I can remember has to be prepping for elementary school. Back then, my parents had like this. It's not even a ritual; it's a tradition of always making us dress up, like with the fanciest dress. Okay,
Ah, okay.
so I
I know what you
remember.
mean.
I
Like the school
remember.
uniform,
Yeah.
but the fancy one.
Okay, it wasn't even a
Oh, it wasn't a
uniform.
uniform?
No, no.
Oh, so you weren't in the uniform
No,
times.
no, no, no. At
Okay,
my
so
time,
that was my time.
you were. On my time, you were allowed to wear whatever you wanted. So
That's so cool.
my parents would dress us up, and I can remember putting on this fluffy dress with these. Yeah, wait, I'm not done. With the little remember the little socks?
Yeah, yeah.
That had the little, like-
the little thing on the. It was like a.
It
not
was fluffy in
Yeah,
the
it was,
bottom
like,
too.
fluffy, yeah.
And then with the Mary Jane shoes.
Oh.
Why? Why? But that's the earliest I can remember. Is just that they would make us dress up for the first day of school, and we look presentable.
Oh.
And we look nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what if you ever have kids, will you dress them up? Like
I
that
don't think
too?
so. Not like that. Well, back then everyone did it, so it was okay.
Right. I think it was just a norm.
Yeah.
A norm for
You
them.
can't do that now. I don't even know how
No,
kids go
I
to
mean
school the
now
first
it's
day.
uniforms, and it's like, at least for me, even when I started school, we already wore a uniform.
Huh.
But even then, they have different type of uniforms. Like at least for girls, they have like uniform dresses, uniform skirts. But it's not as bad as, where if you were wearing normal clothes, your parents would dress you up however they wanted to. So thank God for that. For me, it wasn't like that. It was
Oh, so
just
you
uniform.
just had a uniform.
Yeah, it was just uniform.
Huh.
So,
You know when for us it started, I was in 6th grade, and our public school was trying to introduce uniforms, but it wasn't something that was permanent. It was what they sent a letter out, and they said, we're going to introduce uniforms, so whoever wants to do it, please, this is what you're gonna buy. So my best friend and I, her parents agreed, so both of us, we were the only ones in our class
with uniform.
that had uniforms on. Do you know how long that lasts? Only a week. That's it.
Oh,
It was just her and I. No one else.
No one else did
in
it.
our class wanted to participate in that.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like for parents it was easier.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it was
what
like
I would think.
you didn't have to stress about buying so many different clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Well, for
yeah.
you parents, is it easier uniforms or just regular clothes?
yeah. I mean, for me, I'd rather my son wear a uniform because I don't have to stress about buying him
I
so
get
many
it.
clothes because
No. I get it.
it's a whole school year. It's a lot of days,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
eventually he's just gonna keep repeating clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, and then I have to be buying clothes. I'm like, no. Even
And
though
then they go-
uniform, it's expensive too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's cheap anymore. It's expensive, but still, you just wash it on a weekly basis, and then that's it. You're done. But I mean, I think parents think differently, and kids too. Like kids prefer not to wear uniforms.
Well, what do you kids prefer? Uniforms or regular clothes?
Yeah, let us know.
I think that I would prefer uniform.
You would prefer uniform?
Yeah.
I always preferred wearing normal clothes.
Really?
Yeah, because I just felt like with uniform I couldn't
I
show
know.
my style.
I don't want. No. Okay, you just unlocked something in my head. I went to Catholic school for 2 years, and in Catholic school you have to wear uniforms. But the girls, they knew how to style up.
Well, I styled up with my uniform, but you can only style so much.
I guess, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has their own preference, but yeah.
I'll still stick with uniforms. Even now, I wish I could wear uniforms every day. I don't want to think about getting dressed.
That's true. No, as an adult now, I would rather wear uniform. But as someone that was young before, I wanted to wear like my dresses and skirts to school. Like I liked it, but then I couldn't. Unless it was like a special event, like maybe Christmas coming up and they would let you dress down. That's what they would call it. I would love those moments. But
everyone could see your style.
Yeah, you could like, oh, look at Melanie looking all different. Now I gotta think about
that was our first traditions for school.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else?
For me, when I think about my first day of school, I don't know if it's a tradition, but I'm just gonna mention it because this is something that my mom makes fun of me and my sister all the time. We cried every first day of school. I cried.
To what grade?
Up to like high school. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Why? I need to know why.
I don't think I should have mentioned that, but
I need to know why.
Something about me, I was always changing schools.
Okay.
So, it was very emotional when I would go to a new school because I would feel like that new girl feeling.
Okay.
That new person feeling. It sucked.
Understandable.
It really sucked because you're like, new school. People are going to look at you like, oh, there's the new girl. Yeah. People are not going to want to speak to you. Yep. Or even me, I was very shy, so I didn't want to speak to people. So it was just, every time I went into a new school year, new school, I just cried.
Wow.
I cried. And even up to high school where I ended up going to a high school that I didn't want to go to. It was, I don't know if you've ever heard of this high school. It's in Jersey City. It's Snyder.
No.
And it was just, I just didn't want to go there because of its reputation. So it was just, my mom dropped me off even till then. So my parents were very strict with me and they would always drop me off and pick me up. So even up to high school, they dropped me off and I called my mom. It was freshman year. I'm like, but I'm not an adult, but I'm grown.
Okay,
and I called my mom and I was like, I don't want to be. And I just started crying in the middle of the hallway. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. So every day, at least for me, every first day of school, I cried. Every year, I mean. I think the last year that I didn't cry was sophomore year, and that's because
you weren't new anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't new anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Being a new kid in a new school.
It is.
And high school is even worse. Because I'm like listening to you talking, I'm imagining that in my head, and it's like, dang, our parents just dropped us off and like here.
It was kind of like, it's kind of what you do with kids with daycare, you don't even know like what they're doing.
Strangers.
Yeah.
Now as an adult, let's drop you off somewhere full of grown-ups to see how you feel.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to make my parents feel bad, but it was hard. I think that's something that they didn't really think about, going to new schools. And they know because I told them. And even now with my brother, we haven't really been doing that, where it's like if we want to move to a new city, we kind of think about it before we're like, because I'm
glad that you say that, because parents don't think about the kids.
They don't.
No, let's just move. And
because it's more convenient. It's more convenient for us. But we have a job. Like sometimes it's understandable, right? Where you're like, this is the only job I have, whatever. In some situations, okay, fine. But if it's constant, or you're like not even thinking about what it's doing to your child, let me tell you, parents, it impacts them.
Yeah, you could become antisocial.
Yeah, I think I did for a very long time.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you're not like
it's changed
anymore.
Well, yeah, something God has changed within me. But because I was very shy, I didn't really like speaking. I didn't make friends. I didn't want to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I understand that feeling. In sixth grade, all my friends were going off to middle school, but I wasn't allowed to go to middle school. My parents put me in Catholic school because they didn't want me to go to public school. I'm saying it like that sarcastically because they thought that Catholic school was a lot better than public school. No.
That's another conversation.
But that was,
I think, just parents are just very misinformed.
Absolutely.
About schools in general.
But they don't communicate with the kids.
Exactly.
They don't ask
I don't think,
them.
like, do you ask them, like, hey, we're about to make the decision about
Yeah.
moving out. Like, how do you feel about that? Are you okay with that? Would you rather stay here? Would you be okay if...
But not even that. Go to the school. Find out from the kids there. Observe. Like, is this an atmosphere that I want my kids in? Like, no, those 2 years that I was in Catholic school were the worst. Which we're going to get into that subject about bullies. And that's where I got bullied for a whole year. So no, I think parents should discuss this before making moves like that.
Yeah.
And then to start making new friends when all your friends are somewhere else.
Right.
And then you're here in this new school, you are forced to make new friends. And mind you, in Catholic school, all these kids are together from first grade, and I went into 7th. They have been there for years. So here's the new girl. So imagine what happened to me that first year. So it was just, it was sucky. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And it was hard. It was hard that year. But after that, then my parents all of a sudden again didn't want me to go to Passaic High School. I don't understand. So instead we went to Kearney, and we went to Kearney High School my freshman year. Again, I came from a Catholic school where all my friends were headed to Passaic High School, and now they moved me again to another city to again be the new fresh meat of the school. So that's where I learned, Melanie, that, okay, I need to adapt to the environment and make friends and force myself to make friends.
Yeah.
And that's force myself. And you know what's the hardest part?
Yeah.
Lunchtime.
Oh. You know how you see those movies where they go to the bathroom and eat? Thankfully, I never did that. I don't think I would have been capable of doing that because I got grossed out eating in the bathroom. That's disgusting. But I think that's how you felt, though.
Yeah.
I would literally sit in the corner of a table where I saw that there was no one there. And
I feel it.
Yeah. And it was bad. But there were so many nice people, though.
Yeah.
The nice students that would come to me and have conversations. But I think it was just that, like, block that I had in my head where I was like, but I don't really want to talk to you. I'm probably not going to be here next year. So just... I mean, I was nice, but it was just, I didn't, what's the word? I just blocked myself. Like, I didn't let conversations flow because I was like, why? Why am I gonna have friends?
What's the point?
Yeah.
No, I had juniors. I was a freshman, but I had juniors come to my table and introduce themselves.
That's nice.
But
Yeah,
they were Spanish.
Okay.
So I'm saying that because the school was full of Portuguese and Brazilian people. So, that radar of Puerto Rican went out somewhere, and they all came to me and they adopted me. And that's how I was able to flow my freshman year. Yeah. And then it doesn't end there. But then my parents didn't want to stay in Kearney. So we ended up moving back to Passaic. My sophomore year, where everyone was freshman year already made friends. And here I am again in a new school.
Yeah.
But this time, I did not allow myself to get into that bubble of feeling sad and feeling lonely. No. Yeah. You know what I did in the cafeteria time?
What?
I went and sat next to a freshman.
Oh.
I was a sophomore, but I went and sat next to a freshman. Good. And we were friends all the way till my senior year.
Aww,
and I still remember her name.
Well, might as well, let's get to the next one, and we're going to talk about first best friends. I mean, I'm sure maybe she wasn't your first best friend.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, we also have first. I don't think I remember. I think my first best friend's name was Giselle.
What grade?
Yeah, that was probably like in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah. We were very, 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 very close. And it was actually during that time that I wasn't really moving in schools that much. It was probably like from 1st grade to 4th grade. After that, that's when the moving started coming in. So, we were friends for like about 2-3 years.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was, I think back then when you had friendships, it was like kind of like toxic because it was like, you guys would talk about each other, but then you were close with each other. At least that's how it was with me.
But you were real with each other.
Yeah, it was like honesty, and honestly, that probably as adults some people don't have with each other.
Oh my God, that's funny that you say that, because I was gonna mention that.
Really?
Like, my first best friend was in first grade.
Oh, okay.
And her name is Mitzi. What's up, girl? And I was friends with her all the way. She was my best friend all the way to sixth grade. All the way to sixth grade. And only to sixth grade because, you know, she went to middle school and I went to Catholic school. So, you know, whatever. Anyways, but we were the best as of friends. I mean, sleep in each other's house, talking on the phone and watching TV while talking on the phone,
cool.
watching novelas on the phone. We got our first, our first woman need. The period.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm like, we got it,
Just
you
say
know.
it,
We shared it
There's no limit
together.
here.
She was my best friend. It was great. It was
Aw.
great. And then talking about toxic, like there was always a third wheeler that wanted to come in
Yeah,
the friendship
and ruin things.
but we would allow them in and then, you know, talk about one another. But then just be these kinds of friends that I could
Right.
just remember it so vividly in my head.
Oh,
Like,
that's good.
we really, really loved each other. Like,
That's good.
that's best friend.
Yeah.
I don't use that word very much.
No.
Not nowadays as an adult. When I met Jasmine, you know, and she used that word a lot, and I was best friend. You mean that you're the bestest out of all my friends? Like, think about it.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. I mean, I took that.
They're laughing back there.
Oh my
Like, I
gosh.
could say you're my close friend. You're my confidant. You know?
Right.
But best friend.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think when we're, but it's funny though, because I can say like that was my first best friend, but I don't think I had a real best friend until probably like sixth grade, where like I knew what it was more. I feel like as you grow, as you get older, you kind of know what a best friend is. And even now as an adult, I'm like, whoa, I don't even really have that many best friends, even though we called each other best friends, but it wasn't really like,
But we used to call everybody best friends.
that's what I'm saying.
Back
Like
in the
it was
days.
like, oh, you're my best friend, and
You're my best friend.
and
You're my best friend.
And then as you get older, you're like,
No best
to
friend
say.
here.
So,
It's
I'm
so
not your best
true.
friend, and
It
you were
is-
not my best friend. We're friends,
Yeah.
but yeah, I as an adult, I barely had any best friends. I think even now, I think you and Jasmine, right? I think I only have one too. Me and Rosella.
Well,
That's
now-
my best friend now.
Now that I'm in my 40s, it's very different. Friendship is very different to me.
Right.
Like,
No,
it's-
but
it's
that's what I'm saying.
It's
As you
to a
get older, it
different, yeah, it's a
changes.
different standard for me now.
Exactly.
I can count in one hand, like how many people I can say, like, that's my friend. That is my friend right there. You know, I don't give that title to just
anyone.
anybody
That's what
anymore.
When we are that
No.
young,
Yeah.
we're just like best friend. But as you get older, that changes a lot, Where you even just friends, you're like, maybe we could be acquaintances where say hi to each other, but I don't think you're my friend either. And now best friend, even like no. But yeah, wow, it's crazy. Right?
That's what.
Yeah. So now let's go to boyfriend.
Oh
Since
no!
we're talking about friends.
Wait, but for you guys, do you remember your first best friend?
The
How
name.
was
See,
it?
that's the thing, because for me it was harder. I remember the person, but for me it was hard to remember the name. I'm glad you remember her name so easily, though.
Oh, that was a true friend. That was a true friend. I
There
can
you
say
go.
that till this day.
Oh, that's why that.
yeah.
Mine was just like a regular best friend. No offense to Giselle. Maybe who knows? Maybe she'll watch this one day. But you know, but in that moment, she was my best friend. You know?
I knew how to hold friendships. I know how to hold friendships.
Okay.
Even till this day, I know how to hold friendships.
Yeah.
And most of the people that I have around me are friends for over 10 years.
Wow.
Like, if you do not know the definition of friendship and friend,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't even say this, you know, but I'm gonna say it anyways. It's like I always,
me.
when I become friends with someone, I want to know about their relationship, their friendships with other people. How long did that one last? How was it? You know, and that way
It's like an interview.
Yeah, like, you want to be my friend? You're
Let's sit
gonna
down and talk.
enter in my space. I'm gonna enter in your space. Do we qualify for each other?
That's a good point. I feel like you should do that with your partners, with your best friends, with everyone that are just close to
Mama,
you.
I'm 45
Yeah.
years old. I'm gonna 45.
Oh, that's it.
I don't
She
have
said
time.
her age.
I don't
That's
have time
it.
to not even waste my time, because I don't mean it that way. But
No,
like,
but it's just
I'm just
you
careful.
don't want anything that's not genuine in your life.
No, I'm careful in my
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to come to this space, you know, and
For you
I
to just let anyone just walk in.
it's not gonna happen like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
So interview.
Yeah. Interview your boyfriends too before you get in a serious relationship. Talk about everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Financials, I mean, like, what do you want to do in 5 years? What is it? What do you everything. Everything.
I think we should have done that when we were in first grade.
That was our version of playing the game MASH. Who are you gonna marry?
Yeah.
Oh my god. But no, yeah. I think when we're young, at least in your case, you know, you always thought about it, but we don't really think about what friendships are until we get older.
I had really, really good, solid friendship.
I was a good friend, but I think I just, after my sister passed away, I just like drifted
You
away
shut down.
Yeah, a lot, to the point where I couldn't be there for anyone anymore. I wasn't even there for myself, so I was like, sorry.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I learned, and that's why I went back to being myself now, and I'm at a stage in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be a good friend to people and to be that person. Because
And she is.
Yeah.
She is. I can
Thank you.
testify to that. Even with our age gap, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, things happen in life, and it's normal. You know, things hit you probably at an age where you don't, you know, I lost my sister. I had a baby at 16, so it was like two things happening at once, and I didn't think that they would be happening when I was 16. I consider myself still a child at that age, 16.
Oh, you weren't mentally
Yeah,
capable of handling all of that.
those things. So, but it happens, and it happens to a lot of people out there. And it's okay. You drive yourself away from a lot of things. I drove myself away from a lot of friends, from what they were doing. You know, they were living their life. I was now in a different stage, and I think that helped me mature in a way where I was like, I'm not there anymore, but I don't think I'm ready to be there for other people until I'm completely like healed.
That's nice that you could understand that about yourself, because you're not good, so you can't be good for anybody else.
You can't. You have to be mentally stable before you can be there for other people.
Yeah.
But
Well, thank you for allowing us in your space.
oh, thank you for sharing your space too. Well, now let's talk about boyfriends. That's a different space.
First crush and first boyfriend.
I want to mention my first crush because that's someone that my sister will always bully me with. It was his name. I was probably like 6 years old when this happened, and I still remember his name was Taylor. And Taylor? Well, my sister will correct me if that name is wrong. But it was, he was like obsessed with the little me. He was like always chasing me around. And my sister will always make fun of me because I also had a crush on him. And I remember one time we had this back when I was in elementary school. They used to do these for Father's Day. You would bring your dad to school, and they had it was like a father and me lunch, and every child brought their dad with them. And my dad came, And then at the end of the day, my mom came, my sister came, and he was just there like chasing me around. And then my sister was making fun of me, and my dad was just there like, who's that? Who's that? And then I was like, no one, no one. And I just turned all red. So it was just funny. It was funny how after like what, I was now like 20. I was like 20 years old, I think, right? I'm just like talking to my sister because she knows. We saw him in the streets.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like, so we recognized him because you know how there's people that look the same, even from when they were little?
Yeah.
Like he looked exactly the same, and we saw him walking. But it's funny because I'm someone that's completely changed to how I looked before.
Okay.
So he didn't recognize me, but we were just walking, and me and my sister were walking, and we saw him, and we were like, we did like that double take, like,
is that him?
yeah. Yeah. And we were like, oh, so we just continued walking, laughing. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, oh, look at that. I was like, wow, there goes Taylor. That my first crush.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he wasn't your boyfriend.
No.
He was just a
I mean, I
crush?
was little. I was like 6.
6 years old.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I think we still talked about boyfriends and stuff. But no, he was just my crush because I was too shy. That's when my sister made fun of me.
Okay.
Because I would always hide from him. And he was always chasing me around.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't remember my first crush. I can't remember. But I do remember my first boyfriend. And that was in 6th grade. And why do I remember this experience? Because... it was, wait, listen to this. Okay, so all the girls in my class, we had the prettiest girls in my class. So all the boys from other class wanted to get with the girls in my class. Okay, so the boys in that class were the cutest of the whole school. So they got together with the girls in my class. And I happened to be, I could admit that now, I was not the prettiest. At all. I was skinny with frizzy hair, okay? And I was the last for everything in 6th grade. I could say that now. So there was this guy, this boy that was left with no girlfriend when all the boys had girlfriends. And every day after school, all the boys would walk
with
the girls to their house, okay? But Seal and that boy
had no one.
So we were forced to come together in this boyfriend and girlfriend relationship only when we were walking home. In school, it wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend. After school, like,
so
you call each other?
No, wait, did you, like, did he ever ask you?
I think he said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?"
Oh, okay.
You know how they do it with letters, like you write notes.
Oh, like
that's how it happened.
Oh.
So I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I said yes, and then Melanie, they all started to break up with each other, and then he says, "I think we're done too." That was the end of that. It was out of convenience, you guys. Even in that age,
you guys were doing.
I can't believe it. Okay,
that's hilarious.
So then we get to high school, and we, like when I finally got there on my sophomore year, and I see him.
I'm sorry.
It's like, what was I thinking?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was very.
Well, at least he asked you to or no, because I feel like some guys don't even do that.
I guess that's the good side of it, but still, I still remember that. Like, I remember the feeling that I felt. Like, you're breaking up with me because they all broke up with each other. Like, what?
But how long did it?
No,
you don't remember?
No, but it wasn't even like we had a relationship.
Right. No, but I mean, even then, walking with someone every day.
Oh, walking home.
Yeah, you get attached. You get attached, even if it's just like a friendship.
I don't remember
thing.
that feeling though.
Oh, okay.
No, all I remember was the ugly feeling I felt.
Oh.
Like I felt used. That was the first time I felt that.
So wait, when you said yes, why?
Because all my girlfriends had.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to be by myself. So I said yes. I remember his name. I remember his whole name, you guys.
What was
I remember him. No, I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it. I know his first name is Louis. And if you're watching this, I'm talking about you. You know who you are.
See, I can't mention my first boyfriend.
I had a lot of Louises.
I still follow him. He still follows me, so I won't do that.
Oh, see, no, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry.
No, I still follow a lot of the people that were in my life.
But it's good for them to see.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's move on. But anyways, like I was saying, I saw him afterwards.
In junior year?
In high school.
Okay.
In high school. And I'm like, that's when you think about, like, what were you thinking, girl? But anyways, he probably could say the same thing about me, so.
That's true. We only got one side of the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, I appreciate you.
You did something in my life.
You taught me what it was to be used.
Never happening again.
After that, nope. Nope.
Oh my God. Okay. These stories, they're funny. They're sad though. Okay. Let's go to something exciting. Our first big achievement.
Dun dun dun. I could tell you mine if you want me to start.
Okay, yeah, because I'm having a hard time thinking of mine.
Okay, so I'll tell, but don't think while I'm talking.
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay, I was always an honor student.
See, I was gonna mention something like that.
But why not?
Because I don't know.
But that's an achievement.
It is, right?
I was like,
I don't know if that's considered an achievement. No, but okay, go.
I was always an honor roll student, and I was proud of that. But then the biggest one that I can remember that I loved so much was in 8th grade. Remember, 7th and 8th, I went to Catholic school. No, it was 7th or 8th. I don't remember what grade I did this, but I signed up for the spelling bee.
I am not. Oh, I just had a moment.
Okay, very good.
No. I swear, I was just gonna say the same thing.
I just unlocked something.
Okay,
all right. So let me go first. So
while you were talking about the honor roll, I was like, wait. In my head,
this is listening to me. She's thinking.
No. I'm listening to you because clearly I heard you say in honor roll and that you don't remember what grade. I'm listening. You can double task. But I was like, when you were saying that, I was like, oh wait, Melanie, you remember that time you were in a spelling bee? And then you said, okay.
Yeah, I was in the spelling bee. But this spelling bee was against all the Catholic schools in the area. And in my classroom, there was one girl who always won. Like, she always won. So everybody was rooting for her. No one was rooting for me.
Aww.
Okay,
that's
my parents. My parents were rooting for me. Okay?
They're supposed to root for you.
Of course. So I went to the hall that they were doing it. And when they tell her to spell, I think it was amendment that she had to spell, she said A-M-M. And I already knew that she lost. And I said, oh my God,
this is my chance.
I'm going to win. So I was against 2 other girls from other schools. So I lost to the word trapezoid. Because instead of saying Z, I said S. So I spelled it wrong. But I got 3rd place.
Oh, look at you. Good job. I see. My achievement was gonna be that I went to the spelling bee, but I think I was like in the 10th place or something. But my achievement was that I got there.
You got there.
That's also an achievement.
You did it. Some people can't even do that.
She beat me. She got 3rd place. But sometimes, guys, even as an adult, even getting to that point is big. Not spelling bees, but anything. Even if you don't get the 1st place, but just getting where you got, it's okay. So I got to the spelling bee.
You have to sign up for that. Yeah, they just don't choose
and you beat people in your class.
Yeah.
At least that's how it worked when I did it.
Okay.
You had to the people in your class, how many people want to compete, because a lot of people want to compete in the class, and you had to pass them. So in that part, I won 1st place. And then that's when you go to the the ones with the other schools.
Okay.
With that school, you got to go with all of the grades right? Because in each grade there's a set amount of classrooms.
Yeah.
So that's the one that I just lost.
Okay.
But I won my class spelling bee. Thank you.
That's a great achievement.
It is. But no, but even just the I was always a good student up to my college years. So I've always been a straight A student.
A good speller.
You're a good speller? I'm not a good speller anymore. Not anymore.
Always happened.
Good.
Yeah.
That's something not a lot of people have.
Yeah. So that was our great achievement.
I depend too much on Grammarly now.
Or you depend too much on this, right?
Yeah, that's what in technology. Because when you go to college, that's all you use. You don't write anymore.
No,
not anymore.
We lost the essence of that.
So how do you learn how to spell? By writing.
Yeah.
But because when I went to college, this is all I used. Computers. So I
have a love-hate relationship. As you can tell when you're starting to notice.
She should not be with technology.
I'd rather stick to just my notebook.
Yeah.
And then when I start writing, since I haven't, regularly start writing, like I haven't done that in a while, and then my hand starts to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So then I go back to this.
Oh, wait. Question. Do you have good handwriting?
No.
Horrible handwriting.
I don't.
You know how usually girls have good handwriting? That's not me.
My teachers even commented on my penmanship. I need to do better.
My sister, it makes fun of me all the time because she, like back in our country, they had classes that taught you how to. So her handwriting is like, I love it. Oh. And then you see me and like
chicken scratch, like mine. Sometimes I don't even know what I write.
No. But then have you seen men writing? Because the way that Jose writes, it's like, it's even worse.
It's worse?
It's bad. Yeah.
I try, you guys. I try. But that was our greatest achievement. Yeah. Our earliest that we could remember. Because I'm sure that there was more during high school, during elementary school, middle school, high school. There was more of that. But that was the earliest we could remember. So what was your earliest memory that you have?
Of all the first. We want to hear all the first, guys. We want to hear
we do.
The boyfriend. We want to hear the achievements. We want to hear the best friends.
The first day of school.
Yeah. And try to remember, because that achievement one got me. I was like, whoa. What was my first big achievement? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But spelling bee. And we were connected because you got to
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, yes, we definitely want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to comment. And obviously, don't forget to subscribe. Please. And then today, we have you reading the Bible verse.
We do. So, you guys, this is our episode of childhood. We will continue this series. And next week, we're going to be discussing bullies.
Yes.
Bullies. So please tune in.
Yes. I'm sure you guys want to hear all about that.
Yes. So
let's read our verse of the day. Great.
This is for you. Psalms 37:5 says, "Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act." Commit everything about you to Him. Don't deny anything from Him. Your emotions, your hurt, your pain, your sadness, your happiness, your joy, because He wants to be in part of all of that. And it says here, when you commit all of that, you have to trust Him. You can't just tell Him, here, but then 5 seconds later, take it back. Yeah. That's not how this works. Especially when it comes to struggles, give it to Him and say, here, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I trust in you, and don't even remember it.
Let Him take control of
that's where it says He will act when you trust Him. So don't take back everything that you say 5 seconds later, you guys. Yeah. Like let him do what He needs to do, and you focus on what you need to focus on. Okay?
Amen.
So this is our show for today. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Yes, I enjoyed it, talking about all of those firsts of everything.
And we will see you next
Next
week.
We gotta do our poem.
Oh, we have a special coming up
That's what she's
too.
forgetting.
I'm sorry. We have a
Yes,
Christmas
our Christmas special. So definitely stay tuned, guys.
We're gonna
that
have
one's
visitors
gonna be amazing.
that are gonna be part of this.
Yes.
So you guys, we have good shows coming up.
Yes.
So stay tuned,
Stay
okay?
tuned, guys, and subscribe.
And share now. I'm trying not to talk.
Yay! We did it.